Good evening and welcome to another edition of Friday Night Lights presented by the Allegheny Health Network and St. Vincent. I'm Jay Pushkar. We'll hear from Mike Fenner in a moment. Ranked number 1 and 2 in the state of Pennsylvania in Class 4A, undefeated Thomas Jefferson, number 1, facing 3-time defending state champion Cathedral Prep in the PIAA state quarterfinals. Let's head to North Hills High School, the site of the Ramblers-Jaguars matchup. Opening drive for Thomas Jefferson, and they cap it off in style with the short touchdown plunge by Dylan Malozzi. 7-0 Jags. Next TJ possession. The Ramblers come right down the field as well, but it started with their defense. They are able to get the takeaway on the fumble, and they are in business. And then offensively, Tamar Sample keeps it himself, goes up the middle, moving the chains. Same drive, another 3rd down conversion chance. Sample comes through as he gets another rushing play there. Same drive. Sample with yet another 3rd down conversion. Prep starting to knock on the door, and they would walk through. Jalen Carson on the receiving end of this touchdown, and we are knotted up at 7 apiece. The Ramblers would then take a 10-7 lead thanks to Cole Constable connecting on this short field goal. However, they would trail 14-10 at the half. So on to the 3rd quarter of play. Constable drilling this 34-yard field goal. The Ramblers trailing by just 1 point, but Thomas Jefferson would answer in a huge way. Another short touchdown run. TJ extending its lead to 8 at 21-13. Ramblers keeping hopes alive. Luke Sittinger out of the backfield rips off this big run. He would finish with 64 yards on the night. However, the drive would stall, and then the Jags would put the exclamation point in this one. Malozzi with another touchdown scamper. Cathedral Prep's incredible state playoff run over the span of years ends in the state quarterfinals. They fall to Thomas Jefferson 28-13. And now with
arguably the most decorated senior class in the history of Cathedral Prep football will not get a chance to defend its state championship after the 3-time defending 4A state champs fall 28-13 to Thomas Jefferson, as Cathedral Prep will not go to Hershey for the first time in 4 years.
The expectations are just so beyond, you know, what I would say is normal, you know, for a high school team. I mean, we don't, you know, we have, you know, high school kids here, you know, and it's, you know, they're, so, you know, it's just something that's very difficult to, you know, trying to make them feel better about it right now, and you know, but as far as leaving a legacy, I mean, this team is, you know, this team is has done that.
It's never about one guy. You know, we play for each other. We play for this organization, the school, the city. You know, it just sucks that we had to end this way, but you know, it will be a legacy.
They mean everything to me, man. Like, they're my brothers. I've been with them since freshman year. I'm saying they just got us this year.
The Jaguars' steady rushing attack and red zone defense turns out to be key as Cathedral Prep loses its first playoff game for the first time since December of 2015, a state championship loss to Imhotep Charter, as the 3-time defending state champions go down 28-13. Thomas Jefferson moves to the PIAA Class 4A state semifinals. Reporting from Martirelli Stadium in North Hills, Mike Fenner, Jet 24 Action Sports.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Terrific job with the highlights. On the Lewis Fitness and Performance scoreboard, Prep's postseason winning streak coming to an end. Tamar Sample having 22 carries, 108 yards rushing. He also threw for 71 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Carson with 7 catches for 54 yards and a score. NBA G League action from the Erie Insurance Arena. Erie Bayhawks back home entertaining Capital City. First half action, the go-go look inside. The loose ball leads to Mike Cobbins coming up with it and scoring. Erie counters, though. Jalen Adams. Take a look at this drive. Hangs in the air, goes off the window, smooches it off the glass for a deuce. Off the missed Bayhawks jumper, Capital City running the floor. Jalen Jones with maybe a couple extra steps or two before the flush, but back comes Erie in transition. Raheem Sanders cans the corner three-pointer. Moments later, it would be Vito Brown getting the nice bucket and the foul for the home squad. Josh Gray led all Bayhawks in scoring with 29 points. Erie snaps a 4-game slide. They knock off Capital City 127-114. Erie will be back home Saturday night versus the Raptors 9:05. On the Lewis Fitness and Performance scoreboard, the Erie Otters pick up a 4-2 victory at Oshawa. Chad Yetman recording the hat trick for the Otters as he now has 18 goals on the season. Between the pipes, Daniel Murphy stopping 26 of 28 shots for the victory. Erie will be home Sunday afternoon as they will take on the London Knights. Game time is at 2 p.m. Staying with hockey, men's action from the Mercyhurst Ice Center. Lakers facing Niagara in a home-and-home weekend series. We'll pick things up in the second period. No score until Alex Trescott scores on the wrister. 1-0 Purple Eagles. 7 minutes later, Niagara on the power play yet again. This time it'll be Ludwig Stenlund getting the tip in front. Niagara now leading 2-0. Now under 3 minutes to go in the second period. The Purple Eagles catching a break. Jack Billings has his pass go off a Laker and in. 3-0 Niagara. And then just minutes later and just before the end of the second period, it's Billings lighting the lamp for a second time. Niagara with 4 goals in the second period alone. Niagara goes on to win by the shutout, beating Mercyhurst 5-0. On the NHL ice, Penguins hosting the Devils. Game tied at 1 in the second. Jake Gensel lights the lamp on the breakaway chance. 2-1 Pittsburgh in the third. It's Jared McCann scoring, giving the Penguins a 3-1 advantage. Then for good measure, John Marino strikes as Pittsburgh goes on to outscore New Jersey on home ice, taking this one 4-1. Women's college volleyball PSAC semifinals, top seed Gannon hosting Shepherd. Opening set from the Hammer Mill. Lauren Sampson coming up with the easy put-away for the Lady Knights, as this was a great opening set match between both programs. Shepherd gets hot midway through the first. Goody with the kill. But moments later, the Lady Knights would go back to the offense as Sampson this time would go near line for the kill. But the Rams, again, starting to string some points together. Later in the first set, Peyton Lindblad would record the kill. She had 16 on the evening. Shepherd would go on to win the opening set 25-20. Shepherd goes on to beat Gannon in straight sets. The final 2 scores were 25-22 and 25-23. The Rams will face East Stroudsburg in the PSAC final. The championship match is Saturday night at the Hammer Mill Center beginning at 7 p.m. And in men's soccer in the Division II National Tournament, Gannon will face Assumption in the second round on Sunday afternoon. Assumption defeating Westchester on Friday afternoon, 2-1 in the opening round. The match will begin at noon on Sunday at Gannon's McConnell Family Stadium.